Hello, everyone. For the past couple days, I have been carrying these two Midtech knives around, switching back and forth. Um, and again, you see they come with the sheaths. So, to give you my final thoughts. The Phantom OD, I really like this one. I do. The look and the feel. And I have to say, I carried this one around earlier today, and it's really nice. Um, I've actually grown quite attached to that one. My last review, Midtech review, was on the Air Force model and the Liberty model. And so, kind of, I see a little bit of similarity in that, I like the Liberty's design and the fit and finish and the overall look of it, the aesthetics. And the same goes for the Phantom. But the Air Force model, I thought, was actually just one that I recommended more than I would the Liberty model. Liberty seemed to have a few more, or at least one more issue than the Air Force. The Air Force, the Liberty had a problem with the pocket clip being a little too stiff and tight, and then the edge, the one edge being fairly dull, because it rubs against the lock. So the Air Force, on the other hand, had very little dulling on the one edge, and otherwise it was really well put together, fired excellently. So yeah, I'd say I recommend the Air Force more than the Liberty, or at least on the two models I was given. And so, like here, I'd have to say I recommend the slim profile over the Phantom, because the Phantom has a few more issues than the Slim. The Slim's only issue that I found was the edge dulling a bit here. It still cuts, it just doesn't cut very well. The Phantom, on the other hand, I really don't like how loose the button is. You can hear that, that's the button shaking about. If I hold that, you may hear that some of the play in the blade. It doesn't have very much. It did misfire once on me, and then also when firing, this screw actually flew out. Luckily it flew into my lap, and so I could put it right back in. But it appears that it loosens the screws, opening and closing, and even the glass breaker was loose. So the pocket clip was wobbling about too. So, having the dull edge here, the button wobbling about, and then everything coming loose on it, yeah, it's... I like it, but I'd have to say I recommend the slim profile more, because I haven't had an issue with this one. Other than, again, the edge. But it seems to hold a better edge than the Phantom. The firing's been excellent, and it's easy to get in and out of your pocket. It's a really nice knife. So, going more, let's see, the handles again are like a zinc aluminum combination. So they do have some weight to them. And I have to say, carrying this about, I do like the profile, how slim it is, and that it still has a good heft, and it's very well built. And the screws, nothing was loose on this, and just the firing is also very excellent. And obviously it's called the slim profile because the blade has this very slender profile to it compared to other double-edged knives that I own. They both, again, they have the double-edge two-tone 440C blade. They did not come very sharp, actually, so I had to sharpen them up. This one does have a really good edge on this side, and this one has a pretty good edge as well. That one's pretty sharp. Again, you know, when you feel this, both of these in hand, they feel very well built and solid, but and even deploying it like on the Phantom, it feels really solid as well. But I have to say that out of these two, this is the one that I recommend more. Again, these may just be my models. You may get both of these, and then this one winds up being loose or something's wrong with it, while this one's in spectacular condition. Could be. I'm just giving you the opinion on the ones that I have. And so, you know, for, I believe it's $35-40, these go for about that. They don't go over 40. So, for around $35-40, they're not bad at all. I mean, I do like the Phantom a lot. I did carry it around quite a bit, and I've been playing with it a lot. But, again, you know, with some of the issues, like the screws coming loose, this button, just this irks me a lot, how loose this is, or feels, I should say. It's not actually loose in the sense that it's going to come off, but it just feels that way. Like, you see the screws actually do go through. But it is the heavier of the two, obviously. But yeah, just the fact that this one I haven't had an issue with, just, yeah, that's why I would put this at the top out of these two. And definitely recommend this one. If you're looking for a good double-edge out the front. One thing I do have another criticism on is you see that little hole there, the lanyard hole. You see how far back it is on the handle. It seems as if this pocket clip was not the right size pocket clip for this knife. It's no biggie to me because I don't put a lanyard on them anyway. But yeah, I do really like the slim profile. And yes, I do like the Phantom, but I guess if I had to pick which one I'd be carrying... Hello. It's the dog. If I had to pick which one I'd be carrying, I'd carry this one. The slim profile, so... But again, they both have the ball bearing glass breaker that you can remove and switch the pocket clip around. Not that you really need to on the Phantom because it's made to be used right or left-handed very easily. So I actually was carrying it in my left pocket. So that's the one thing I really like about these particular versions of OTFs with the button on the side, is just the fact that you don't have to switch the pocket clip around. It's completely ambidextrous already. It's just if you're holding it like this to use for cutting, the problem is, again, the edge here is not quite sharp. So it's the edge here that's actually really sharp. So at any rate, that's the review. Hopefully I'll be back with some more Midtechs. So I will leave a two links in the description box below for each knife if you want to look them up. So, anyway, thanks for watching.